Hello from the land of TV. This is King Cool, and welcome to the inaugural episode of the Toast Reviews. I might call it something slightly different if I can come up with a pun. I don't know if I'm going to have a logo pop up there right now. Bop, 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 toast or something. Maybe not. I just have a little line at the bottom. But anyway, we're retiring minute reviews because some of you might have noticed that on that little die there was a little drawing of a piece of toast. Well, I wanted it to be that occasionally I would roll that and would have to do a little toast thing. Because that was my favorite episode of Distracted, I think, was my Cars review in this format. I'm like, let me get back to this. And then I never rolled it. So that kind of ticked me off, and I kept rolling things. Like, I had 1 minute to talk about a movie that's infinitely complex. It's like, oh great. But anyway, how this works is, I'm going to put in some toast, and I have to finish reviewing it before the toast is done. If I burn it, I have to pull out of the penalty box, unless I eat it. That's my caveat. Like, I can stand dark toast, but sometimes, like, if it's, like, scorched, it's like, no, there's no point, and then I'll have to pull out. I have, the Mod Squad, by the way. I haven't had time to watch it, because this week's been a little busier than normal. What am I toasting today? I'm toasting these Stop & Shop brand whole wheat English muffins that I actually don't really like, but it's what we got. Alrighty, the movie I am reviewing today, as somebody saw from yesterday's video, is The Little Mermaid 3, Ariel's Beginning. So here we go. Alright, this movie baffles me. It really sort of does, because I thought The Little Mermaid 2 didn't have much of a point, but at least it was a story. This one is just like, alright, so Ariel's mother gets killed by pirates, and thus that means that King Triton doesn't want music in the kingdom or something, because his wife sang a lot. I'm like, what the hell? Like, why? Why? This could easily just be an episode of the TV series if it wasn't like, I don't know if they sang in the TV series or not. But this movie continues to just raise things that I'm just like, you know, like I just think it would be way funnier if they just brought it up. Like, hey, why do we have to go, you know, why do we always go for a morning walk? Why are you calling it a walk? You don't know he has legs. Someone sneaks up on someone. In fact, I can almost pull up the players for that, but I don't have them with me, so I'm not doing that now. Someone's sneaking around, and then you hear a branch snap. They turn around, and then Ariel hides. It's like, what did you step on the branch? It's not even there. There's one little surprise, but I won't mention it. It was like, how does the flute work underwater? Or why does when they blow into a saxophone, a bubble comes out of it? Do they breathe air? When they talk about, well, I can't dance. You know, crap, you can't dance. You don't have legs. Someone's trapped somewhere. They say that they can't get any air. It's like, no, crap, you can't. You're underwater. Or someone wants to try to calm down the villain. It's like, why don't I draw you a bath? It's like, what do you mean a bath? You're surrounded in water. Are you going to be full of air? And then also, like, the main villain, she's really deadly dull. She had the first song. Like, they cut the villain song out of Little Mermaid 2. That I didn't get. That song was way better than this one. This one is just bogus. But her assistant is a manatee. This green manatee guy. And I'm like, why? Don't you have to breathe? How can you stay underwater the whole time? You're a manatee. You're a mammal. Maybe he isn't supposed to be a manatee, but that's what I got from the Wikipedia description. And when Ariel starts sneaking off to go to this musical speakeasy, which is the only part I sort of like, is the notion of a musical speakeasy, because music's banned, all her sisters are asking her, I can't tell the sisters apart for nothing. I just know one of them is voiced by Jennifer Hale, and 5 of the other ones are voiced by other voice actresses who I know, but couldn't necessarily immediately identify. Grey DeLise, Carrie Walgren, and Tara Strong. But she's like, oh, was it a boy? And she says it wasn't a boy. And I'm like, it was a girl. Yes, yes! No, but sadly that's not the case. But I don't know, I can't. So I was recommended this by Deedles, who said that this was, like, if you've seen 2, you better check out 3. And I'm like, no, I thought this was pointless. I'm smelling something, so it's time. Let me see. Oh, it's not even close. I have more time. I have not yet determined, because I could smell the toast. Once you smell it, once you smell burnt, it's done. It's already too late. But I was smelling something, I'm like, uh-oh. But I haven't yet determined what happens if I pop it out before it's done. If someone has a suggestion, I'm not going to pull out the penalty box for that. Like, to hell with that. That's a little too much of a punishment. Do I have much else to say? Boop, boop, boop. Well, okay. In a million movies, I would like to bring up the players for this, but again, they're not here right now. If there's ever a point when the unconsciousness that is believed to be death is pointless, it's in a prequel. Let's just say some point in the end of the movie, someone is laying there unconscious. But let's just say this other character appears in a later movie. I don't know, maybe they're the main character or something. Do you think maybe for a second, are we even supposed to be fooled for a second that this other person is supposed to be dead or even slightly brain damaged when they're in perfect health in a later installment, the one that maybe came out in 1989? It's like, come on already. This is pointless. Like, it's harmless, it's cute if you really like Ariel and her sisters. Apparently, you know, you can have some fun. But I think even the three princesses in Mulan 2 were better defined than these other 6 or 7 sisters that she has. I found this to be real tedious, especially when Flounder starts scat singing, and I'm like, oh, come on, like, please, let's move on. Let's check it. I think I'm out of things to say, and that looks pretty good. There it is. That looks okay to me. It's hard to tell with whole wheat. Ow, that's hot. It's hard to tell with whole wheat stuff whether or not it's done. Like I said, I don't really like this. Got a peanut butter? One thing I wonder is if I can talk while spreading the peanut butter. Oops, I bumped the camera. I don't think I have much more to say, so I'm just going to spread this here peanut butter, and I will bid you adieu. Now, as always, if you have some suggestions, let me know. I take suggestions, but I seldom actually, sadly, do them, just because if it's like, oh, it's on Netflix Instant, and then I have no real interest. It's like, well, it's on Netflix Instant, I can watch it whenever the hell. But at any rate, this is King Cool, and please, can you even see this? Nope, I'm buttering on a screen. Well, now you can see. Oh, the joys of one guy and one camera. Alone. Anyway, that's it from me. This is King Cool, and please drive home safe. Yep. Still don't really like it.